Yeah. Do. All right. Nasdaq. 5 minute. Just gotta make sure everything is good to go. Would be nice if my Streamlabs wants to cooperate and capture what I need to capture. Why is it not? Ah, there we go. Great. Transition. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another live stream. I'm about to get in on this trade actually for those that are joining up in 14 seconds. If we close above this down close candle, I'm getting in. My risk on this though. Points 10. Oh, that's gonna be a high position size trade. All right, I'm in. There's not really gonna be a set TP on this trade specifically. Possibly just target previous day high, but past that, I would just be trailing my stop loss. That's a 4-hour trade, so that's pretty good. Yeah, I'm in on buys. Gonna make sure my stop loss is at the right spot. And we good. Let it ride. My stop loss is below this low right here. Let me just quickly. So we'll see. What I would ideally like to see is some speed past these highs. Closing above these highs would be ideal in my opinion. I should make this a different color. Black and line style. So I'm paying attention to this buy side liquidity at 8:30 right now. This would be the news candle high. Are we able to get some speed, push above it, close above it? And that would be the same for YM, watching this 9 a.m. swing high. Are we able to close above that? I need to update the Discord, I just realized, with the analysis. No TP open management. There we go. Good morning, everybody. Just joining up now. This is the party. What is the trade idea that you are in? So right now the trade idea is just basically this is the same thing as yesterday, right? We traded into internal range liquidity, continue pushing higher. After we swept previous week high, I wanted to see if we could get that bearish change state delivery on the 6-hour. We're unable to do that. Price continued pushing higher, and so going to today, given that we're continuously pushing higher from bullish order blocks, from bullish fair value gaps, I'm looking for continued higher prices. And we also activated this order block right here. The yesterday's candle at 10:30, 90-minute candle, we closed above it this morning, traded back into it. We're seeing some bullish response from it, so I'm looking for continued higher prices overall. As of right now, my eyes on previous day high. If price does continue to go higher past that point, right now I have an open TP, so I'm not necessarily going to take profit at previous day high. I'm going to let it run and see how price develops, and I'll manage my trade from there on. So for the, can you please explain the logic of your trade? So I just explained it. Yeah, there you go. GBP is moving nicely. I am looking at this daily range right now. So the thing about GBP is we traded into this fair value gap. We have SMT on the high of previous day high and London high from yesterday. So fortunately, the position from yesterday, the London high SMT and then changing state delivery right here, it was very close to being stopped out. However, it didn't. It was literally like a few dollars away or a few pips away from pretty much stopping me out. But once again, I think by God's grace, it didn't stop me out. So as of right now, I'm kind of holding this. I want to see if we can ultimately aim for this daily range low here. I might turn this into a swing position. Originally, yesterday, I wanted to just look for London low. But going to today, given that we have a previous day high SMT, if all three markets can close below previous day low, so GU, EU closing below previous day low, DXY closing above previous day high would be ideal to look for a continuation. And if that's the case, then I'm probably going to start looking for turning this into a swing position. Analysis on gold is still the same for those that are wondering. I know someone's going to ask me about gold. I'm very confident someone's going to ask me about gold. Analysis is still the same. I'm still looking for buy side liquidity because of these equal highs. So I think that's my draw on liquidity as of right now for gold, for those that are wondering. So now we have equities open. See if we can get a run higher here. So if this 930 candle does close above this previous 90-minute high, I'm going to move stops to break even here. And then I'm just going to mark this out as previous day high because I want to be aware of it, right? I'm not necessarily going to be trading or taking profits from it per se, but I want to see how price reacts if it does make it there. All-time highs, previous day high. All right. A little we'll see how this candle develops. Nothing crazy so far. Trade into this 5-minute fair value gap. Would like to see it hold. Paying attention to YM, it does look like it wants to drive out this low one more time. And then we'll see if we get that London low potentially, if that's the case. That is not great. It's all good though. So that's my stop right there. Oh wait, it didn't trigger it. I'm still in. Do I get saved here? What are the odds though? I feel like it's pretty slim given that it's taken out on Nasdaq. Yeah, okay, that's my stop right there. So I guess we'll look for a next opportunity. Man, now we have opposing model. Zoom out, just take a look. There is a hidden SMT up here as well. I think dependent on how ES trades here, if we can get a closure below that previous 90-minute low, I might just go for a short here, given this displacement. Yeah, there's opposing SMT. Yeah, that's what I was. So in 1 minute here, I think I might actually just go for a short. If that doesn't work out, then I'm probably just gonna be done for the day. And then I'd be targeting some sort of sell side down here. How many points is this though? 50 something. Previous week high swept. Asia high swept. And this is a thing I can only put one micro on this one. So 10 seconds here. Gonna go ahead and put one micro short. Wait, give me a sec. Let me think about this. Make sure I'm not rushing into this. Okay. Do my top-down analysis again. Daily time frame. I feel like my narrative is bullish, but intraday I can see order pairing occur with this gap over here, or even just looking for the sell side down here. Especially with the hidden SMT with previous day high. Yeah, I'm willing to take a stab here. It looks pretty good to me. If I do get stopped out here though, then it is what it is. I'm gonna be done for the day. How many points is that? 50 points, 2 contracts. 15-minute London low is nowhere in sight. 5-minute. Looks good. I'm in. So that's gonna be my final trade of the day. My entry is where? 2303. Minute range. We'll be aiming for these lows probably. So we'll see if price can actually displace hard here. Once again, the reason why I'm taking this trade is because we have that previous day high hidden SMT. We have an SMT with Asia high, and then we have a 5-minute SMT that just invalidated our initial SMT or our initial model that I was in. Just make sure my stop loss is in the right spot. All right, we'll see how this plays out. If it doesn't work out, then it is what it is. What's my target? So I'm going to be targeting, if this is going to be the SMT, what I'm paying attention to is previous week high, previous day high, hidden SMT, SMT between Asia, and then also 5-minute SMT on the high that just invalidated my long idea. And that's why I flip bias so quickly here, is because all the SMTs are showing bearish signatures right now. And so if that's the case, then I'm going to be looking for lower prices. Potentially, I could swing this into even previous week low or something like that, if this is going to be the turning point. If not, then it's probably just going to stop me out up here. And if it does continue pushing higher, then I'll keep an eye on ES, YM. Is it able to continue pushing higher as well into previous week high, invalidating that SMT, and then looking for a continuation in price. I have no idea why, but my top step X is frozen right now. Please unfreeze. Yeah, I think it might be like a server issue. Well, the orders are set. Hopefully they get filled if it does hit either way. I don't have a TP set though. It's kind of just open right now. Also, I deleted my position tool by accident. But yeah, I'm probably going to be looking for some sort of swing target. Mine was too. I couldn't put a stop loss and was panicking. I think it should be back now though. For me, it's working. So what I'm paying attention to right now is it's permissible for price to retrace back into this fair value gap if it really wants to, which is completely fine with me. I just don't want to see this fair value gap get disrespected essentially. So I'm gonna go ahead and just move my stop losses right here above this order block because I wouldn't want price to go anything above that. And then that's probably just gonna be where I leave my stop loss for a while here. Oh, I need to update this. Ongoing short. Open TP. Actually, no. TP. Open management. This 15-minute candle closure looks pretty promising as of right now. 90-minute chart, still have that hidden SMT. I just wouldn't want YM to come up all the way to close above previous day highs candle closure or body and then invalidate this hidden SMT. But at this point, I'm in this trade, so you just gotta, I just gotta let it run, to be honest, and just manage it accordingly. Yeah, I think it's just all-time high PA, to be honest, where the markets decouple. GBP looking good. Bonds still looking pretty bearish. Coin looking bullish. Gold going lower a little bit. I think I would focus on lower time frame SMT at this point. If we trade into London low or Asia low, then you can look for potential buys from there. My top step's still acting up. Same for you guys. Was able to put stop in TP, but it froze again. As long as your orders are there, you should be okay. How do you manage a trade? I mean, what factors forcing you to move stop loss to break even? So I usually just trail basic market structure. So right now, if I'm in a short, what I'm watching is, are we able to continuously make lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs? And so every time we create a break of structure, I'll trail to the swing point that either respects a fair value gap, for example. So I'll trail to this swing high if it respects a fair value gap in this 5-minute fair value gap. Or if there's no swing high that respects a fair value gap, I trail to the highest order block. So that's how I trail. I just trail basic market structure using PD rays as logic points, I guess. Yeah, my top step's still frozen right now, so top step, please. Okay, all good. This is the first time I've faced issues like this. Actually, I've faced freezing issues before, but I feel like this is next level. Yeah, well, I'm pretty bullish here. I would prefer not seeing this close above here. If it does, then I would like YM to go all the way up to the wick high and create that SMT and then dump. That would be ideal. But once again, I'm already in this trade, so there's not much I can do about it afterwards. It's just managing the trade that's open already at this point. But actually, now that I think about it, ES still has this SMT, so I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I just realized ES didn't even close above previous day high, so I'm trolling. I know FTMO is a paid fee per challenge. Can you explain about subscription-based free prop firm as top step? Like what happened if I fail the challenge? If you fail the challenge, you just pay full price again, basically. So there's basically no difference. It's just on a subscription base, if you don't pass the eval in 1 month, you have to pay again. But to be honest, I think FTMO, in my opinion, I think prop firms like FTMO, for example, are actually better because on your first payout, you get a full refund on your eval cost. So you basically get the trading account for free if you can make it to the first payout. Or it's not basically, you do get the challenge for free if you can make it to the first payout. Okay. I'm not moving stops yet. I'm gonna see if we close below London low, then I'll move to break even. But even then, yeah, I'll probably move to break even if we close below London low. Okay, I need to I have so many messages right now. It's actually crazy. Okay. Trade management first. My top step is still not working, so I can't even move stuff. Okay, so on top step, I just clicked in the order screen. I clicked BE and moved my stop loss to break even. I don't know how to edit it back. So I guess I'm just at break even now, which is kind of dumb, but it's okay. So stops at break even now. My TP, everything, I can't move it. Let me check my MT5, just make sure everything's still going smoothly there. Okay, gotta protect myself there, protect myself there. Good, good, good. How's GU going? Still going good. All right, let's rechat. I know FTMO, actually, I already read that. Yeah, if you failed in the following month, you get billed again. Yes, exactly. I took partials. I was worried about managing the trade. Will it have difficulties with its difficulties? I don't see any like difficulties per se as of right now in price. I think it looks pretty okay. I've moved my stops to break even at this. This is where I would move stops to break even because we closed below. So we technically have a London low SMT right now. So you can choose to take partials here. I'm going to leave my stop loss at break even and let this run and then manage accordingly. Can you swing trade with FTMO? Yes, you can. But they're not allowed in US. So you have to be careful of that. If you want to swing trade with a Forex prop firm, then you can check out prop firms like, let's see, Bright Funded, Blueberry Funded, E8 Markets, or Alpha Capital Group. I personally haven't used them, but those are some alternatives they do support in US because MT5 is not allowed in US anymore. Do you ever feel like price won't get to a swing high or low? And do you think it's better to place your TP at the body instead of the swing point? That is completely up to your own discretion. But personally, I like, for example, like earlier trailing to this order block high, I could have just trailed to the body high and it would have been completely fine. It just depends on your, I guess it's like a preference thing, to be honest. Like sometimes I'll trail to the body, but majority of the times, like I'd say like 90% of the time, I trail to the wick high unless the wick is massive. But FTMO doesn't have micro and Nasdaq. You can trade the derivative, which is on Nasdaq, it would be US 100, which is exactly the same thing basically. So I still do my analysis on the full contracts and then I just execute on the derivative and that does the same thing pretty much. I'm so confused on what Top Step is telling me. It says how's it possible that I would be, I think it's just giving me a random number on the profit. And it's frozen again, great. Top Step dashboard down for maintenance. But I'm using Top Step X. Also, this is a horrible time for maintenance. Right after New York Open is a horrible time to do maintenance. How do you trade CPI days? Do you still look for trades before CPI news release? It depends. If it depends. If the manipulation has already occurred in price. Let's say like we have a London low SMT before CPI and price has already moved and I'm looking for like expansion. I'll trade pre-CPI if I'm looking for some sort of swing trade. However, if it's an intraday trade, I usually just let CPI pass and then look for an opportunity after that. How do I calculate position sizes on Top Step with the different indices? So the easiest way to do that is to use your position tool. And then you can just set your dollar risk you want to risk. And then let's say you want to risk $200 per trade. So I'm going to set it to $200. Let's say my entry is here. I'll just use the exact same entry I use here. And then I drag my stop loss to where I want to place my stop loss. And here's just going to say quantity. So because I'm on the mini contract right now, this is equivalent to 0.188 mini contracts. Well, the thing about futures is you can only trade full contracts, right? So in this case, because it's 0.188, that means that I can risk 1.8 micro contracts. And so in that case, I would just trade 1 micro because that will follow my risk management rule. Same thing with ES. Let's say I wanted to enter here and I put my stop loss up here, right? 0.308 contracts is the quantity that it allows you to trade for $200 risk. So in this case, I would risk 0.3 so that I'm still following my risk rules. Yeah, TopStep X doesn't show the correct contract, so just use TradingView. That's another annoying thing about TopStep a little bit, but it's all good. Okay. So... Sorry, just give me 1 second, guys. I'm getting some messages. Wow, what a freaking melt. I think Elijah absolutely killed it today, right? Yeah, he absolutely killed it. Oh my goodness. My top step is still frozen. I really don't know what to do about it. Hmm. Ethan, can you sorry, Ethan, can you see the brokers on TradingView? Yes. Like down here? These ones? Is there any difference between trading MNQ on future prop firm and US 100 on Forex prop firms such as FTMO, for example, like difference in size or margin? I personally, I wish I could explain that to you, but I've tried to do like my research on it. And to be honest, I think the only difference when it comes to it is spreads, in my opinion. And then spreads as a scalper, or yeah, I guess if you're executing anything below the 5-minute chart, like the 1-minute chart, 15-second, that's where it matters the most, in my opinion. But if you're just trading like the 5-minute, 15-minute chart, I genuinely have not seen any differences in my trade. Like I'm executing on some accounts right now, and and in my past experience executing on CFD accounts, it's the exact same experience. I just do my analysis on the full contract, and then afterwards I, execute on the CFDs. So it hasn't really been much of a difference. So this looks good so far. Let's see if EU can close below previous day low. That would be ideal. Same as DXY close above previous day high. Nasdaq right now. I think it still looks fine, to be honest. There's nothing here that screams get out of this trade other than the London low SMT. But I just leave my stop at break even still. And the reason why is because we have so many confluence for shorts that I think this could be a very good swing, or even just like a further target lower. So I'm going to let it ride just to keep the earning potential here. Because -1R on the day will not kill me. I'm just going to make my target. Does that edit? No, it does not. Okay, never mind. Top step is still frozen for me. Your entry was due to session SMT on the high. Yeah. What are your thoughts that all three seem so decoupled? I think it's pretty low probability because it's decoupled, but the reason why I shorted is because we had previous week high SMT, previous day high SMT. We have SMT between Asia and New York AM session. We had 5-minute SMT at the open, invalidating my initial idea, which is why I flipped my idea to go lower. Pretty sure my my top step's still frozen. Yo, what's up, Elijah? My top step X is still frozen. Is yours? No, it's like server wide, bro. I can't edit my orders. I'm just stuck in it. Yeah, but I want to move my stop loss or well, not my stop loss. I want to move my TP. All good. I'll just wait until maybe it'll fix itself. But if we hit the level that I'm looking for, then I'll just manually close out. Yeah. It's not that bad of a reason. Honestly, if there's technical difficulties, probably better to just to like fully de-risk. My stop loss is at break even though, so everything so far is going to plan. I'm just working around the technical difficulties because sometimes, so what TopStep does, like right now, every time I refresh the page, sometimes it works for like 15 seconds or so. So I'll just like edit my order really quickly, and then it freezes again, and I can't do anything for the next like 10 minutes. Yeah. Okay. So YM is now trading into previous day high. Let's see if we can get a bearish reaction off that. Yep. Okay. I'm debating if I should get out, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't partial anymore. Not a partialing kind of guy. Yeah, I'm not a partialer, bro. I think, to be honest, with this massive displacement, I feel like with this fair value gap here, it should be okay. I'm going to be paying attention to London low. If price trades back into London low, I'm just going to watch. Are we able to get rejection lower? And then that's going to allow me to trail my stop loss lower. So either way, it's a win-win situation for me if we get that. Yep. YM does not look like it wants to slow down. Okay, so got that London low SMT on gold for those that trade gold. You get a nice inversion for Valley Gap here, or even this change state delivery could be a good entry opportunity. Let's see how we react to this fair Valley Gap now. And also London low. That's the key area that I'm looking for right now. I think you analyzed it fine, to be honest. Sounds like solid analyzation. Solid analysis. I think the sweep right here. So you entered a short before this, is what you're saying. I think what you could have waited for is probably a lower time from SMT, like this 5-minute SMT that occurred that took me out, and then that's the one I entered on. But yeah, for this trade, I don't have anything to do. I might step in discretionarily, but for the most part, I like to keep it pretty mechanical for my trade management. Until we take out this low over here, I don't have a reason to trail my stop loss, which is the swing low at 10:05. Okay. My top step is still geeking out, so I'ma just focus on trading view. All right, take care, bro. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Or actually, I'll see you in 2 days. Peace, peace. Thanks. What do you think about why I'm going higher while NQES going lower, though thought all three should go together? Yeah, that's what I'm looking for, ideally. What I'm paying attention to right now is YM has taken out the wick liquidity of previous day high into a premium of this range. So I think it's still fine as of right now. Narrative wise, it looks pretty good actually for a short on YM right now. But given this, the reason why I'm looking for lower prices is because we have previous week high SMT, previous day high SMT with SMT between Asia and New York AIM session, and then we have SMT between the previous 90-minute high. So that's why I was looking for lower prices. And on top of that, my long idea was invalidated at 9:30 with a massive displacement lower. They did it. Let's go. Oh no. Oh no, what a shame. So I'm gonna be paying attention to this daily fair value gap on GU on cable. If we close below this at end of day, then I'm just gonna hold this position, to be honest, swing it lower and look for that swing low of this dealing range low, daily range low. Sorry, someone's at my door. Give me a sec. All right, I'm back. I tried to open a ginger and turmeric shot bottle for my sister. Did not work out. Yeah. All those muscles and can't open a jar. I couldn't open it because my hands are sweaty. I swear that's why. Yeah. My hands are sweaty, bro. Don't got that grip. Oh, I think top step's back to normal. Did anyone else get in this short with me? Nice. Let's see. Nice, good stuff, Michelle. See how this develops. Ideally, I'd like to see price just push lower on YM. I don't necessarily care if NQ goes lower now, but I want to see YM start to give some sort of bearish signature. Because this, if YM were to go lower and then drag all three other assets with it, then I feel like this would be the spot. Because previous day high got raided into this fair value gap, into this breaker block on a higher time frame. Did we tap into new week opening gap? We did not. But I feel like this would be the optimal spot to look for lower prices. How many points is this? 200 points so far on the daily range. I don't know how likely it is to get a big run in a singular day as of lately. Okay, so we'll see if we get this, I guess, another 5-minute S&P on the high. But it is 10:30, so I'll probably be heading out here. Any trade updates, like management updates, will be done in my server. And if you aren't a part of it, it's completely free. The description down below, you can just join through the Discord link. It's completely free once again. And then I'll just send whenever I'm trailing my stop loss and stuff like that, whenever I close my positions. And any trade that I'm in, I'll just send alerts there. So on that note, thank you everyone for joining the stream as always. I'm going to head out a little early today because I do have a flight tomorrow and I want to make sure I get everything packed up. Take care everyone, and as always, have a great day. When do you do the Forex market outlook? I don't necessarily do an outlook on it. I just look like I sift through the markets I'm looking at. So what you see up here is this is bonds triad, you have Forex triad, and then indices triad. You have the cryptocurrency and then metals. So I'm just pretty much looking through these markets and just seeing what there is. And typically, I don't really trade Forex. I just answer questions whenever people ask about it. But yeah, on that note, take care everyone, and as always, have a great day.